It's Throwback Week here at footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Memory Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 8 preview between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Giants.
The Giants' defensive line in the first matchup versus the Cowboys did a great job of getting pressure, but they couldn't get Tony Romo on the ground. That has to change this week as Jason Pierre-Paul, Justin Tuck, O.C. Umenyiora, those guys have to do a better job of wrapping up and finishing the play versus Tony Romo, because his athleticism can cause a lot of problems. And also look at Matthias Kiwanuka, the strong side backer, being a force in a running game. You got to shut down the run, make Dallas one-dimensional. But let's go inside the lab and look at that Giants offense and how they could beat the pressure of the Dallas Cowboys.
What makes Eli Manning so special is that he's not afraid to get hit while delivering the football in the face of pressure. And against the Cowboys, he will face a lot of pressure down the middle. And I think their combinations of pass protection and blitz beaters in the passing game allows them to be successful. And the Giants now can spread the field with 5 wide receivers, which could be a running back or tight end. That 4th or 5th guy doesn't necessarily have to be 5 receivers, although they do have the personnel. But let's say this type of play right here we're going to draw up. This is an example of a blitz beater. And the reason why we have the middle linebacker boxed off is because it's called a box read type of play. Why? Because the offensive line, one, has to communicate. And what they're going to do, they're going to leave one guy unblocked. And this is going to be the free rusher. And the reason why he's boxed off in this box route combination is that Eli Manning is going to know that he has a box route coming in as his safety valve. He also has the ability to hit one quickly. And this will be the quick route right here. This quick out, which will probably a guy like Victor Cruz. You get the football in his hands quickly, he can make one miss and take it up the field. Plenty clear out routes. In case he has time, he can hit one of those deep routes downfield. But this is a 2-man route really versus a blitz. You see right here, we have the quick throw. So Eli can drop back and he knows he has that outlet right there. It's going to have that natural rub right here between the nickel back and the strong safety. And he also knows if he has time and if this guy comes free unblocked, which they're going to purposely leave him unblocked, he knows he has the box route coming right over, and it could be a completion here or a completion there. So that's an example of a blitz beater that the Giants can utilize versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Now let's move over to the Cowboys in this matchup. You look at Dan Connor replacing Sean Lee, the outstanding inside linebacker. He's going to have a great day taking away the short to intermediate passing game of the Giants. Now look at Mike Jenkins, the slot corner. Covering whoever's going to be in the slot, most likely Victor Cruz, is a tough task, and Jenkins has to be up to that battle as he will get targeted more often than not. Now look at Jason Hatcher doing a great job at the line of scrimmage, keeping his hands up. That activity could play a huge role in getting some batted passes versus Eli Manning. But let's go back inside the lab and look at this Cowboys offense and how they could beat cover 2 man under.
The New York Giants run a lot of cover 2 man under, and I think the Cowboys have the personnel to beat cover 2 man under with the Z cross. We're going to show you what that looks like right here on the board. You see, this is your Z wide receiver. We got twins to the left, tight end to the right, I formation, your basic cover 2 set man under. So that means this guy has him, middle linebacker has the tailback, and the Sam backer has a tight end. And you know your corners are matched up over here. Safeties going to their deep halves. But here's the Z cross. Right here, we're going to bring the Z across underneath the linebackers. That's the number 1 read for Tony Romo. We're also going to motion out the back. And what motioning out the back does is walk out that middle linebacker, thus creating this window for the Z to come across. And we're going to send this running back down the middle of the field, down the sidelines. And right here, this is the second read. The tight end is going to work up and come across on the over route. You know Witten is famous for this over route. We're going to have the outside receiver stem up 7 to 9 yards and run a post, cutting across the face of the free safety, and you can have your fullback block here and then releasing the flat as an outlet. So you see where the natural rubs are going to occur right here, and you see where the window could open up. This is your first read, this would be your second read, and this could be your third read as well as another third read depending on the type of advantage that your running back has on this linebacker. But you see how the Cowboys can defeat cover 2 man under with the Z cross, and I think Witten can be wide open, or this could be Dez Bryant getting him in the football quickly as he's on the move. I think the Cowboys can be successful with this play here.
I think J-Ron Hosley will have to play a huge role in this ballgame. Yes, he gave up the touchdown to Santana Moss last week, but this is a very impressive rookie, and he's going to be drawing up on the slot receivers of the Dallas Cowboys. When I look at Romo's escapability, helped him in week 1. He can help him in week 8. Got to get away from the pressure to keep the play alive for the Cowboys offense. Let's look at the personnel breakdown in this matchup, and quite honestly, I don't see any difference between these two teams. Both are very strong, and quite honestly, both offensive lines are doing an impressive job of keeping their quarterbacks well protected. I like the Giants in this ball game. I can trust their offense putting up points if need be. Right now, the Cowboys, as explosive as they are on paper, they're not getting in the end zone. And I think the Giants defense do a great job of shutting down in the red zone, so I think that bodes well for a Giants victory. I also want to give a huge shout out to Giant fan forums and Cowboys fan forums for always showing football game plan support.